Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We've got a major update coming up here in just a few weeks time with Season 1 Reloaded. This is going to be the next major content update and the next guaranteed big title update that is going to bring in a ton of new gameplay fixes and gameplay updates as well. That said, it's very possible we see some other surprise updates go live in between now and then. I would almost expect some surprise updates to go live between now and then, but this is a guaranteed update we know for sure is happening here in just a few weeks time. The release date for Season 1 Reloaded, this next major update, is December 14th. That's across all platforms. It will require probably a decently significant download, and this is going to add in a bunch of different stuff in terms of content and gameplay updates. So we are going over all the confirmed stuff here that we have for today, and over the coming weeks we'll gain more information on this as we do. We'll be covering that, but as of right now we actually have a pretty decent amount of information when it comes to what is going to be coming with this update. So first up, the multiplayer specific content here. There's really not all that much, but there's also not much specific content for any mode here. There's a lot of universal content that's used between multiplayer and Warzone and DMZ, right? So for multiplayer specifically here, we do have the release of Shipment as a 6v6 map with the mid-season update right on day one on December 14th. So if you're trying to grind out camos really quickly or get some easy weapon levels, obviously Shipment is going to be the place to do it. It is not a good map for anything but camo grinding really, or leveling up weapons quickly. I mean, if you're trying to seriously play a match on Shipment of Domination or Hardpoint, it's going to be explosive spam, it's going to be all sorts of chaos, so it's rough for that. The spawns are always terrible, but in terms of getting easy headshots or easy point blanks or double kills or whatever the case may be, there is no better place than Shipment for that. We also have a specific update coming to Spec Ops, which obviously is a part of multiplayer as well as a part of the pay-to-play or premium version of the game, and this is the brand new Raids update. And Raids are said to be the most in-depth and expansive update that Call of Duty has ever seen in terms of one single content update. We've talked about Raids a handful of different times on the channel in the past. These are essentially multi-hour long story and narrative expansions similar to Spec Ops, similar to some missions in DMZ, where you have to go through and complete a series of objectives that are more difficult than in just standard gameplay, right? And in theory, you should be getting some pretty solid rewards for this. I'd expect something a little bit more significant than maybe just a random weapon blueprint. Maybe it's a bunch of blueprints or some universal camos or something, because like I said, it's multi-hour long. They said it could last over an hour, sometimes 2 hours for these kind of narrative expansions, these raid expansions. And there's going to be a new raid every single season as well, it seems like. So that's pretty exciting. There have been some leaks in regards to this first one. They've already detailed that raid gameplay is going to be a mix of like boss fights and puzzle solving. It is co-op, it's a 3-player mode, and the first mission apparently has some underwater puzzles where you have one lone oxygen mask that you have to share between like your entire team to get through like some kind of underwater maze or something like that. And then, like I said, it's raids, so I imagine at the end you're probably going to have some sort of boss fight similar to what you'd experience over in DMZ. You know, now that we've experienced Spec Ops and DMZ, we can sort of assume that raid gameplay is going to be a nice mix of both of those, where yeah, you have those increased health bosses within DMZ with the weapons case, and then also, you know, with the chemist as of late as well. So it'll probably something similar to that, maybe a little bit more extreme in terms of difficulty, but you should get some really cool rewards out of that. I'm personally very excited to see what raids are all about, and we should learn more about that here you know, in the next few weeks. They should do a full-on reveal for that alongside everything else coming in the Season 1 Reloaded update, between bug fixes, content changes that we might not even be detailing here today because they're sort of surprise ones. And once all that information is out alongside any other news updates, stuff like that, I'm gonna have you guys covered. So make sure you are subscribed with those notifications turned on. We are ultimately on the road to 1 million subscribers, so if you guys want to guarantee you're up to date, this is the place to be. And around 60% of viewers watching are not already subscribed. Also, if you guys enjoy the video, feel free to drop a like on it. Let's try and aim for 3,000 likes on this one. Y'all have been killing it with the like goals and all the support on the videos as of late, so seriously, thank you so much for that. But anyways, getting back to the confirmed changes and content updates for this next major update, we also have some overall content and updates coming as well. Multiplayer specific stuff is there. We actually don't have anything that's Warzone specific or DMZ specific, at least as of right now, but we do have a bunch of universal content. Of course, one of the big ticket items is the Chimera assault rifle. This is essentially the Honey Badger from Call of Duty Ghosts. This is a rifle with an integrated suppressor. This is going to become available on day 1 of the mid-season update, again on December 14th. Through some kind of new unlock challenge. They have not detailed what that's going to be. I really seriously hope this time around they give us a challenge for DMZ and Warzone and multiplayer, rather than forcing everyone to go into DMZ and complete the same thing, which ultimately just makes the challenge a lot more annoying because everyone's trying to do one common goal, which just leads to a bunch of spam and a bunch of toxic gameplay. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but there is going to be a brand new unlock challenge for the Chimera. There's also going to be a store bundle for it as well. And ideally that store bundle actually drops the same day, unlike the M13, which is supposed to have a store bundle. And I am recording this video a few days in advance, so maybe it drops by the time this video is up. But as of now, the M13's been out for a bit now, a few weeks now, and there's been no store bundle. So we don't really know what exactly is going on with that. We also have a couple new operators coming with the mid-season update. We're not sure if both of them are going to drop right on day 1 or if they're going to be more spread out, but we do have Klaus as one of the operators, and he's kind of a mysterious character right now. We don't know much about him currently. His preview picture is redacted. They say he's a member of Denmark's elite special forces. He apparently has really good night vision, like he can see in the dark very easily. He also likes chocolate, so that's his character traits there that they listed. And then we also have Gaz, who of course is an iconic character of Task Force 141 of the main campaign this year, so he's going to be making his multiplayer debut as well. So we've got 2 new operators coming in the time span of the mid-season update. We also know there's going to be a bunch of gameplay changes and bug fixes. The game obviously needs a lot of them. There's no denying that. So we can expect a lot of those. We don't really have anything outside of the Trello board so far confirming what's going to be changing. And frankly, between now and then, there's going to be several other updates that fix plenty of things there. So no point in going too much in depth on that stuff. For now, we'll wait until we're a little bit closer to said update. But we know that it's a title update. It's going to include a bunch of changes and bug fixes and all sorts of gameplay updates there. There is also one thing that could potentially be pushed back to Season 1 Reloaded if they can't get an update out for it in between now and then, and that is the CDL Mosh Pit. I'm sure you guys know this was originally intended to drop with Season 1. It'd be the CDL rule set and a public playlist to sort of prepare everyone for the drop of ranked play in early 2023. However, Treyarch is leading the development for all the CDL stuff this year, and they said when they were playtesting the CDL Mosh Pit, they ran into a bunch of issues with gameplay being broken and whatnot, and all sorts of bugs and glitches, so they delayed it. They said they're working hard to try and get this out ASAP, but if they can't get it working here, you know, in the very near future, I imagine they'll probably just push that back to the next major update. That way, all this content is basically dropping at the same time, and it does make it look like there's maybe a few extra things in there for multiplayer as well. But we do know that is scheduled to release here whenever it's finally updated and ready to be dropped. But yeah, as of right now, that is effectively everything we currently know about the Season 1 Reloaded update dropping on December 14th. The next major confirmed update we have for MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. In the coming days and weeks, we are going to learn a lot more about this update officially with new reveals, new blogs, trailers, all sorts of stuff like that. Maybe even a Season 1 Reloaded roadmap as well. So I'll be keeping an eye out for all that stuff. If you guys want to guarantee you're up to date with the latest news and updates alongside the best class setups, loadouts, tips to help you guys improve, this is the place to be. It's your one-stop shop for all that. So feel free to subscribe with those noties turned on. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. It would be seriously appreciated. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.